Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-rat-terry-o-dee, dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Of 100%. Of 100% hired the correct staff for this job.
You may all call me Doctor.
I am Myrtleline, the grunt repair.
I'm a repair job. If you have anything that needs to be like broken and then fixed again.
And I am Bigor. Previous experience involves being a test subject for Mr. Dr. Pepper.
Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. I got clumsy fingers tonight. Tried to hit too many things at once. We got goblins back in here. And Squidge. Squidge, I don't know if she tried to fix it. Squidge is playing on her phone. So, hey, It is Wednesday night, I hope, on Nat 21. This is Goblonia, and I'm gonna confess up front, I'm a little bit frazzled because the Kickstarter that I have been running for Goblonia ends in just over 24 hours. And folks, we were looking for $8,000. We needed to get $8,000 to make this book happen. We are currently sitting at $14,090, which is incredible, is insane. Thank you so much. Those who are watching that have backed the game, shared the game, supported, helped make this a reality. So we've knocked through all of our stretch goals. They're done. I actually made one up about an hour ago when we hit $14,000. Hired a fourth author to write on the game. So we're gonna have 4 extra scenarios that were not originally planned to be in the book. Those are gonna be in the book. We got a nice big 12 by 17, 12 by 18 fold out map of the city of Goblonia that's going in the book. We've unlocked the urchin and the troll playbooks. And we started thinking, oh, what else can we come up with? And we said, no, we're going to go with the stuff that we know works, the stuff that makes the game better, makes the game cool. And if we end up with some extra money at the end, we'll do some things to make the book nicer. We already got a nice hardback printed in the United States book. We might be able to throw some more art in. We're going to see. We're going to see where this thing lands tomorrow at 9:00 at night. So if you are interested in this game, and you might be because you're here watching it tonight, go check out the Kickstarter. I'm not begging you for money because we've hit it. We hit it weeks ago. Where is that? Boom. There it is. But if you want a copy of this game with the cool extras and stuff so you can play with your friends, go check it out. So that's that. This is this. How do I make that go away? All right. Tonight, we're going to wrap up. I hope we're going to wrap up this mission because this is where we plan to end the mission tonight with the end of the Kickstarter. We are doing a show next week. It's going to be a celebratory Ask Us Anything sort of mid-season break. And then we're going to bring in some new goblins will be joining us. But tonight, we've got to wrap up this mission. Now, for those of you that are joining us for the first time, or a reminder for those of you that have been here for a while, Nat 21 is an audience participation stream. That means you can spend your channel points in lots of fun ways to screw with what we're doing here on the screen. So I'm going to pop that up really quick. All right. You can spend channel points to make it harder. That gives me, the Weaver, a card. You can do Here You Drop This. That gives the player of your choice an item to use. And if they don't get to it in this game, it goes on their character sheet and they will use it at some point. Or you can spend a lot of points to do, whoops, not that one. And that allows a player to get rid of a bad card and swap in, draw another card. It could be just as bad. So it gives them an extra shot. This game does use playing cards. It's not a dice-based game. It's a playing card-based game. You'll see how that works here when we get going. I think that's everything I have to say. I think so. Mab is nodding yes. So, all right. And now she's shrugging. Now she's picking her nose. Yep. Ah! All right. I'm going to introduce our cast, our wonderful, brilliant, awesome cast who has been with this show for the last however many weeks. We've been doing this for a while, before the Kickstarter. Here they are, in no particular order. Please welcome Mab Just Mab, playing Myrtleine.
Oh, hello. So I'm Myrtleine. I am the grunt gob, which means that I lift really heavy things, and then I put them down, and then I clean them up, and then my duster, my precious duster, medic, I need a medic. Anybody, somebody help me! My duster.
We also have Kitty Chaos playing Squidge.
Mr. Weaver, just so you know, I wasn't playing on my phone. I was talking to our fabulous audience here. I can get those technical difficulties figured out right away. I just have to find my hammer or my big wrench because I use it as a hammer sometimes. And then if Myrtleine quits freaking out, I can fix her feather duster too.
Yes, thank you.
So exactly which of our audience members are you claiming is brilliant and awesome?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Wait, all of them?
It's me. It's me.
All right.
Oh, yeah, all
We'll
of them.
take it. Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Let's bring on straight from Hollywood. We've got Shoshana Ruth Green. Make her big. She's already big. We'll make her big on the screen.
I'm
Playing
pretty
Bigor.
big on the screen as well. But today I'm playing Simple Bigor, test subject and possible opera diva. 'Tis yet to be seen, my friends. That's all I have to say.
That's all you have. Last but not least, we have Cubby playing Mr. Dr. Pibb, the de facto leader of this ragtag bunch.
I feel like that's putting it strongly, considering this group, but I am the resident mad scientist. So, Myrtleine, if you'd like, I can probably graft your feather duster onto your arm as a
That
solution.
would be amazing. Yes, I would do that. Please, let's do that.
Also, I just had a brilliant idea for the Kickstarter. What if you added sepia coloring?
Oh, ouch!
That's the thing we already did. That's already happening.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you for that brilliant suggestion. Yeah. That's a I know that one is not a fun, exciting stretch goal, but it's an expensive stretch goal. That's why we tied it with the troll playbook and a starting mission in the back of the book.
And honestly, if I got a book that was just in regular old black and white, I instantly thrown in the trash.
Junk.
Right.
I don't even read books that don't have sepia coloring in
Yeah,
them.
seriously.
Right.
I just spill a cup of tea over every book I receive.
And see, that's what having sepia ink lets us do. We get to put some stains in the book so it comes pre-stained,
Sounds like
which
you could just
saves
use
you
tea.
time and effort. You don't even have to think about where the stains should go. I'm paying an artist.
Now that
to
you've said
figure
this,
that
I don't
out
think
for you.
sepia ink is real. I think you're just going to roll around on all of the books.
I'm going to pay extra for that service just to be crystal effing clear. In fact,
That is not an
book
option.
autographed with your butt print.
That is not also an option or a stretch goal. Mab has in the past given very specific requests on things that should happen to her book before they get mailed out. I will say, as much as I love Mab, with 373 backers, it's going to be very easy for me to overlook Mab's insane special request. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So what has happened thus far in our Goblonia adventure? So we did this whole, the crew got hired to screw with this cheese merchant named Phineas Flout. And he was hoping to ascend in status to the top level of Goblonia. He was set to become rich and powerful, claim his place among the elite, the 1%, the Bezos goblins. And the crew was hired to stop that from happening. And the way they did that was make sure he could not spend the night in a mausoleum, a haunted mausoleum. That was his initiation rite. They were the haunting. and they ended up tying him to a troll and leaving him in a bar. So he failed his initiation.
A plan just
Whoever-
elegant in its simplicity.
Right. I mean, that was not the first solution. That was just the solution you all eventually landed on. The first solution involved actors playing ghosts and chanting and banging on the windows, exploding corpses, and buckets of blood suspended from the ceiling.
Well, the
And don't forget
exploding
the
corpse.
sensual, psychotropic wine and sensual lap dances.
Correct. Yes. All that
Technically, the
happened.
exploding corpse was for us.
Yeah, that was.
That is true. So if you want to see those horrible hijinks, I believe you can check them out on YouTube on the Nat 21 channel. I think it's been long enough that all those are up there. And but that wasn't enough for the mysterious benefactor that has hired this crew a second time to make sure that Phineas Flout's life is completely ruined. And that not only is he not able to ascend in status, he's going to lose his place among the Merchants Guild. So they caught wind of a sort of festival of giving for Titania. All the merchants were putting together fancy packages, fancy gifts, commissioning an opera. They snuck in, changed the labels on all the gifts to say if they were from Phineas Flout. They smashed some of them. They turned other ones into cheese. They were caught in the act and somehow managed to convince the Guild of Merchants that it was all Phineas Flout's fault and that they were going to now capture him and bring him to justice. Somewhere along the way, the opera got more fleshed out. There are now two competing operas. One that is an underground secret opera, which is supposedly going to say horrible things about Titania. And one that is Bigor's stage debut that Myrtleine has done her best to make sure no one attends. That's a pretty correct wrap up, I think. Did I miss anything important? Let the audience tell us if we missed anything important. There is a cheese monster.
There will be.
Right. You've created a device to create cheese monsters. Yeah.
And
Did you
it will ultimately be blamed against that poltroon, Dr. Mr. Pepper.
Well, that's the goal. Except that's not actually the goal, Cubby. You want it to be blamed on Phineas Flout. But
Pepper.
And okay. Yes, there was a statue of Titania. Thank you. A diminutive, about 4 feet tall metal sculpture of Titania vomiting in very gory detail that was built and placed in front of Phineas Flout's cheese shop.
Didn't I give her
also
like
now
a stupid hat or a chicken on her head or something?
I'm going to say yes.
It was a fish.
I mean, my notes that I keep during the show, I cannot read my own handwriting. So I'm looking at the camera, not at the page. I have no idea what I've written down. And I didn't go back and review the episode. So if you tell me there's a chicken on the statue's head, I'm going to believe you because it sounds cool.
Now it's a fish and a chicken.
Now it's a chicken. Yeah. Which means there's probably like chicken poop now staining the statue. Yeah.
How do you think most of it's held together?
Yeah. And at the very end of the episode, there was a homunculi, a junk robot made to track down Phineas Flout, waving its arms and saying that it had did it have a ticket to the opera for him? Was it an award that he was being given?
Candygram.
Candygram. All right. A candygram for Phineas Flout. And I believe it's supposed to explode
Yeah.
when it.
Because why not?
All right. Yeah. Okay. Did that cover everybody's schemes are in motion? Myrtleine and Bigor have been officially hired to perform and compose the opera. And, Dr. Pibb did forge some correspondence between Phineas Flout and his arch enemy, Dr. Mr. Pepper. Exactly. All right. So,
Also, we got 3 kings. Weird.
you do have 3 kings on the board. 3 kings on the board. If we get to 5, something horrible happens. We probably need another round of scheming.
What? No.
I mean, I'm just tossing it out there. Are you all ready to go hunt for Phineas? Yeah?
I'm ready. Are you guys
Everybody's
ready? Unless you
Nobody
want
has
another
anything else
king. Do we
they
get a
wanna do?
free round of scheming, or is it a
No, it'll cost you a
another-
king.
yeah, no.
I'm happy.
In fact,
I'm
we
more
could
than
do
happy.
2 more rounds. Is that what you're pushing for? 2 more rounds?
I mean, I could
of
put the
scheming?
king up there. If you want the king up there, I'll just put it up there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't- We're getting fussed at by Tommy. Oh, that was the other thing I forgot. Oh, because this is important. So if people follow or subscribe to the stream during the show, we are not going to shout it out. We appreciate it. We're going to figure out who those people were, write them down. Tommy, write them down. And announce them at the end of the show. But you get to vote on who is going to close the show. So you can vote. It's only like 100 of your channel points. You only get to vote once. You can vote for your favorite person to do the closing of the show and say thank you to all the special people and that kind of stuff. Last week, Squidge did it and ate a metal tinfoil rose. So we're going to see who can top that. I know Bigor has an opera prepared.
Bigor. So if you guys want to hear the opera, just vote Bigor is really what I'm saying.
Well,
You can't go wrong with choosing opera.
all right. So you all are ready to head to the market then as the sun is rising and try to track down Phineas Flout. Is that what I'm hearing? Or are you going to the opera and getting that rolling?
Well, when does this opera premiere? Tonight?
I mean, that seems like
you
it
don't
makes
want to mess
sense.
it up with rehearsal. Don't mess it up with rehearsal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't want to over rehearse.
I mean, it could be like a matinee opera at like 7 o'clock in the morning, but that's
That sounds like a punishment.
right. That's the old people show.
No. It's called opening night, not opening morning.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
So the opera's going to happen tonight. All right. And, well, that means you've got all day to capture Phineas Flout.
Has the homunculi reported back? And by that I mean explode wherever he is.
No. The homunculi has not reported back. It is marching around. Now, you all were doing this all in the very wee early hours of the morning. So as the sun rises and shops start to open, it is more likely that Phineas Flout is going to respond to a candygram. So that's going to be my advice, is that you head to...
Candy really is more of a breakfast food.
It is. It is.
It is in Goblonia.
I'm jazzed. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in it to win it. Let's go.
It could be like chocolate covered cherries.
Ooh,
That is
I'd like to do a
absolutely a
thing.
breakfast food.
Is there a chance that I could spend a little bit of time, cleaning up the lab real good before we go out on adventures?
Absolutely.
Say for
Let me
2 health points.
Let me put that king up there. Anybody else
Wait a
want to
minute.
do?
Wait. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, then never mind. I don't want another king there. I was doing it for the health.
I know, and you are welcome to do that right now.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you'll have to find a way to do it.
Consequences for my actions. Got it.
Yes, you will have to find a way to do it in the scene.
Gotcha.
And then yes, you don't want to get a king on the board. Okay, so there you are.
Can we pick up some chocolate-covered breakfast sandwiches on the way, or will that be a scheming?
Absolutely, I'll put a king on the board for you.
No, wait. What? You know what? Hell, the heck with it. Let's just get it out of the way.
Let's get another one.
Let's
Get another one.
just let me see. Pull out
No, so I mean, yes, you can do these things. You can acquire chocolate-covered breakfast sandwiches. That's acquiring tools or equipment for your mission. That's a scheme. You can heal by spending your time cleaning. Yes, that's a scheme. Those are things you can do as scheming actions.
You can go rehearse your opera.
You can go rehearse your opera. Yes, but it's only one king, and that gives you all time to do your things. That's why I said you might want another scheming action. You don't have to. So not taking another round of scheming means you all are going and doing.
I'm with you guys. Whatever you decide.
I mean, if we have to wait until tonight, let's just go play mini golf and not plan anything while we do it. And then it's time to do the thing.
Well, you all want to capture Phineas Flout before the opera, right?
Oh, okay, right.
And then you can bring him on stage.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Because the opera is about how horrible Phineas Flout is.
Oh yeah,
Right?
totally. He's like a little butt stinker.
Yeah. So mini golf tomorrow then?
You can totally go play mini golf. I'll just put a king up there for you.
No, we're not going to plan while we do it.
Okay, let's just. I've got an idea. Okay.
All right.
Don't tell us because we'll get a king.
Okay. I go. We are all paralyzed in the lab, getting ready to leave, and we don't know how to leave. So we give don't plan anything.
Following you like this so I
Okay.
don't get distracted by anything or have
All
any
right, sir.
ideas about
This
anything.
is happening. I'm going to open. I'm opening the door now.
Squidge, you have been given a huge distraction.
I
Yes,
opened
I
the
have.
door.
What is it? Do I make it up or do they?
You get to make it up. So I think there's some slightly crossed wires here that I'm just going to clarify before we go forward.
Don't clarify. We'll get a king.
No, you won't.
I opened the door.
You do not in Goblonia have to role play out your journey to the next confrontation, the next scene. All right? So you don't have, it's not like Dungeons and Dragons. We got to open the door. We got to pay our bill with the bartender. We got to head down the street. Oh no, random encounters. Some orcs jump out from behind that stack of barrels and murder us in broad daylight. You just say, all right, we're going to the Grand Market to capture Phineas Flout. And it's like one of those movie magic things where we just cut away and we come back and that's what's going to happen.
Okay, so all I have to do is say that thing you said, and we're doing that thing?
Yes.
Okay.
But
No, I'm
if
sorry.
you-
Stand back.
There's a really, really gross bug caught in this spider web, and I am absolutely going to have to watch the entire process of the spider taking care of that and draining it of its life because it's a good web. So
Let's
I
get
can't
it to go.
go yet. I
We gotta take
have
it
to
with
watch
us.
this.
We'll take it with us.
It's a huge distraction, in other words.
Yes. I have to watch it. Does that mean we have to role play that though?
If
Okay.
you want to role play that, if our audience finds that entertaining, you can absolutely
Apparently,
roll that.
Eric
play that.
does.
But
Okay.
Eric finds it entertaining. So,
Okay.
but if
Wait.
you want to montage and gain mechanical benefits from that montage,
Well,
that's
what?
scheming, guys. That's the
Oh.
king.
Montage.
So,
I
Well,
don't think
looking
there's going to
forward-
be any mechanical benefit of me watching a weird bug get eaten.
no, absolutely. That's not going to count as a scheming scene. That's going to count as you watching a weird bug getting eaten.
Okay,
Look, we'll
you
just
guys
wrap
ready?
it up quick and I'll eat the weird bug.
There you go.
I'm gonna
You
say
could wrap it up in like a tortilla shell. Take it with you.
I was
I
gonna
think
get
you
it to
should
go.
say it.
Get a couple of sticks. Okay. We saying it? Everyone's with me? Okay.
Okay.
We go to the market and look for Phineas.
Did it work?
Okay. So there you are
I have
at the market.
We're in the market.
You're in the market. All right. The market is waking up. The shops are opening. The sun is starting to peek over the towers at the tops of Goblonia. It's starting to stink. And there's this little machine made out of junk banging on Phineas Flout's door saying, Candygram for Phineas Flout. And what have we got? We've got, there goes a baker with his bread like always.
The same old thing, rolls to sell.
Yep. Exactly.
Every morning. It's just the same.
Yep. That's exactly where we've got. I'm trying not to sneeze. Okay.
Somebody did a hair you dropped this earplugs for you.
Right. I have not been listening to you all this entire time. If that was not obvious, we've now stated it quite clearly. Yes. And I believe that means when you start doing your
Not
opera,
skimming. Oh,
I am
yeah.
allowed to leave the stream. So that's
Right.
that's they gave me the earplugs. Right. If and that's the thing, AOK. I'm not committing. I forgot we can do this. Yeah,
Oh,
thank
I was
you.
just doing it.
Yeah. If it's going to be a musical episode, you have to commit. I'm not committing. I'm not Joss Whedon. This is not the musical episode.
We're not even committed to moving this episode along.
Right. We're just. So, let's see how much we've lost in the Kickstarter from these shenanigans. Hey! We're at $14,090. All right. and somehow we're gaining viewers as well. So, yay. All right.
We're in the market.
You are in the market. All right. Phineas Flout is not coming out of his house. Okay. Chances are some of you might be intelligent enough to put it together that he doesn't seem to be home. Like the cheese shop is not opening this morning. And there's the homunculi knocking on the door. Now, I think I promised Sally AE that if we hit a certain amount of money in the Kickstarter, that the next, not this episode, next week's episode would be pantsless.
Oh, we are not doing that this week?
I mean, if you're doing it this week, I don't care. And I said that you would never know. And she said, oh, yes. If we hit $16,000, Sally.
Double the base.
Yeah. If we hit $16,000, it is a pantsless episode next week.
Just tangent is on you there, Robert. Just want to point that out.
I know. I mean, I'm wearing, I don't know if I can do it. I'm wearing blue jeans. That's, ow. Okay.
Truth. So true.
I'm not, I just said $16,000. There we go. Now we've lost some audience members. That's what we were looking for. All right. Moving it on. Yeah, he's not home. It's not opening it up. And the homunculi starts to wander away.
Is he gonna just keep looking for him?
That's his job.
Yeah, Okay. So here we go. Does anyone know where I can get some cheese? I have a mighty need for cheese.
All right. We're going to test. Let's show some mechanics. Let's actually play this game tonight.
Crazy
Pull
dog.
up. I know. It's probably, so you're trying to.
I want to figure out where he is. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, you want to figure out where he is, not just use your voice to summon him forth.
Yeah, I want to figure out where he is.
All right. Well, that's going to be figure. It's not inherently dangerous. I did shuffle my deck. Everyone heard it. So you have to beat a single ace. Uh-oh. We lost Shoshi. She may have been one of those audience members. Okay, so that doesn't beat
Nope, and
a
I
single
get hurt.
ace. That, and you get hurt.
Yeah, I
So
get hurt.
you can spend a squib to draw another card, or we can see if someone in the audience gives you a change it out. Whoops, not that one.
So what happens again if you get your Vim Vigor all filled up?
So all filled up is okay, but if you cannot put a mark on it and you're supposed to, you fall unconscious. Something happens. You are out of the scene, and when you return, you have taken a permanent scar.
Awesome.
Oh.
I got a whoops.
Someone
Not
just
that
dropped
card.
a whoops.
So I drop this card.
You
draw
can drop that
another
card. Myrtleline, are you? No, you're not full.
I said if I got hurt, like yeah.
Yeah. What do we got? A king!
Yeah.
All that just to go ahead and get one anyway, huh?
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
I tried to tell you. You probably wanted another scheming scene, but you didn't want it. It's okay. All right. So you do not
Thank you.
figure out where Phineas Flout is.
Should have failed first. Damn it.
You could always fail first. You did not figure out where Phineas Flout is, and actually, you at this point, that little complication there, you hear somebody, just a voice, a goblin voice, saying, "Yes, officer, that one over there with the grease all over, that's who put the statue, that horrible, disrespectful statue to Titania." And as you look in that direction, you can see that there is a merchant, not Phineas Flout, talking to 2 goblin guards. City
Are
guards
either of the guards Phineas Flout?
Neither of the guards are
Hmm.
Phineas Flout. They are not. So, what do you all want to do?
Rub the grease off.
You're going to try and rub the grease off?
Yeah. If
All
I
right.
heard him say that.
That is probably it would be either finagle, but if you're actually making concerted effort to change your appearance, we could call that tinker.
Yeah, a disguise.
Correct. If you're actually doing something to disguise yourself, that would be tinker.
I mean, they gotta look at me though, right? Did they look at me? Or did I just they just like hear
I can
that?
stand in front of her.
Yeah, you could absolutely stand in front of her.
Okay. And so yeah, I'm gonna try and like disguise myself and like flip my clothes inside out and turn one of them into a hood or something.
Okay. Squished harder. They don't want you to succeed, Squidge. It's not inherently dangerous, but it's a second card because they made it harder.
Okay.
So you got to beat a 9.
Ouch.
Myrtleine. That's not great, Squidge. It's been asked, can Myrtleine use her vice to clean Squidge?
I was wondering about that myself, actually.
Yep.
Get
But
out of
Myrtleine-
my brain!
But Myrtleine already took her turn this round, so she'd have to do it next round. So Squidge, unless somebody is tossing a card, or if you want to spend a squib, do you have a squib to spend?
Nah, make it hurt.
All right. Squidge gets hurt. What happens? What causes damage here?
Okay, so this is not related to them coming to arrest me or whatever, right?
It's in the process of trying to disguise yourself.
Okay. So like I get tangled up in my clothes as I'm trying to like change my outward appearance, and it just gets worse the more I try to fix it, and I lose balance and just face plant into the filthy streets of Goblonia.
Yep. There you go. All right. Mark it on your sheet that you have taken damage to your Vim and Vigor. And for our audience, damage in Goblonia does not have to be physical. It can be mental or emotional or physical damage. It just wears on you and your ability to keep going.
This one's both.
That one's both.
I have in my head the fact that you're trying to pull all the things and you end up pulling it over your head and it makes like an arrow pointing right at your face.
Yep, and you hear the merchant say, "Yep, that's the one with the arrow pointed at her face." Doing the strange interpretive striptease there in the middle of the market.
Is this happening?
All right.
Are we doing this now? Because I'm ready for it.
Dr. Pibb, what are you doing?
Seeing Squidge faceplant and basically create a giant arrow out of her own clothes to incriminate herself finally made it click in a classic third act of a cop show where some mundane action inspires you. And I believe I have used that failure to figure out where Flout is hiding.
nice. It's nice. I like it.
What? What?
Face plant?
no, it's
Of
perfect.
course. He's
Plant,
at the
face
he's at the
plant.
old face factory.
I mean, it checks out in all the lore.
That is always how it works. Clearly.
Always.
That's how Castle does it.
You gotta be the
universe wants
fore.
it to succeed.
So that is a figure test.
Yeah.
And okay, you tried to work your teammate's failure in there. I will give it to you.
So I did work my teammate's failure into there.
Oh, you got
Okay.
the best hand of the night.
Yep. And your brain goes to, oh yes. Oh, hang on. They don't want you to succeed on that.
What?
Did you got your card still?
Yes. Try beating a flush.
A pair of twos. there's no such thing as a flush in Goblonia.
It's a 3-card flush.
Nope. You got a squib to spend, Dr. Pibb? You want to try and beat this pair of twos?
You know what? I am gonna spend my last squib. Well, I wish I hadn't done that.
Well,
Please tell me it's a king.
No, it's a queen,
but you only take your best 3-card hand.
which means
So you
these
don't
are
have to
still
take
my
the
3
queen.
best cards.
So those
so
are
it
still your
doesn't-
3 best cards.
Does not change a thing other than I'm a squib pourer.
You're
Yeah.
squibless.
And I want you to remember, Dr. Pibb, that I was going to let you beat it with your insane use of exploiting your teammate's failure. But BLC Blondie didn't like that.
You know, I recall last week, not this game, last game, we had the bad guy locked up. We had him. We had him in our tiny little paws. And somebody,
It wasn't me.
threw a critical, DLC Blondie, that let the bad guy get away. And we will never capture him now. Thank you.
Squidge has been given a transformation cloak that makes the wearer look like a very large dog.
Wow, you just had that handy?
Oh my goodness.
Tommy saw the message and delivered a cloak to me, and I was like, "Oh, I get it."
Oh, all right.
Woof woof.
Bigor just messaged me. Internet has gone out for her entire neighborhood. She's going to try and get back on the show, but she may not be able to. I mean, we are at the whim of the internet service providers. So if she does not, then
We'll have to
next
feature her
week's-
opera next week.
next week's episode will be the opera. I mean, there we go. All right.
I can't think of a
So-
better way to celebrate.
Yeah. Mr. Dr. Pibb, you think you've got it. Faceplant, Phineas Flout clearly has the old face factory. And then you realize there's no old face factory.
Just the new one, right?
Right. It's just not a thing.
They
That's,
demolished the old face factory to build the new face factory.
Yeah, the face factory burned down at the start of this war in Burnside. It just and they were like, who actually uses the face factory? Like, is that a thing?
No,
then
one
they
has
realized-
ever bought their product ever.
Right. It's just a front for laundering money, and they've got
Just
a
a front for
whole
laundering faces.
right.
Yeah.
They got a whole section of Goblonia dedicated to laundering money. So yeah, we're not going to rebuild that. So, yeah.
That's a winner right there. Thank you, August Dragon.
So,
Nice.
it tells me August Dragon has never chatted on Nat 21 before, but somehow, amazingly, in this single first comment, August Dragon understands what this channel is all about. Terrible, terrible puns. So, all right. You don't know where Phineas Flout is. All right. You got guards that are now coming towards you all. Squidge is tangled up, pointing an arrow at her own face.
But now I have a cloak that makes me look like a dog.
Oh, are you putting it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it?
Right.
I'm picturing it. Is it like a kigurumi?
Yes.
I just saw it like sitting under some newspapers and old boxes and just like, oh, that'll work.
Yeah. There you go. And you throw it on. And you look like a dog. So the guards are coming towards you and looking confused. That was Squidge's action to put on the cloak and start scratching herself. You didn't say you were doing that, but I saw the gesture and assumed. All right,
I would like to take this opportunity to clean the dog. Obsessively.
And yes, how are you cleaning the dog?
Oh, scratching dog. Let me just wash you up. I'll pick up some street water, scrub behind the ears, clean it up. I've got this little rag here, buff the toes. Ooh, clean it out the inside of the toes. Ooh, those toenails need nipping. Trimming the toenails. Okay, here we go. Shining it up. And then I'd like to braid all the little ear hairs, Gonna get braided. And then I'm gonna ooh, nice good coat. Oh, no. And then I'm gonna take, what do I got here? Some ribbon. I'm gonna find some ribbon. I'm gonna put a little ribbon all around the middle, big bow in the back. Very pretty. Very pretty.
All right.
Keep going. I will.
I mean, that is absolutely indulging your vice.
Oh,
cleaning.
Just a dirty dog. So dirty. You're so dirty. Very dirty. Gotta clean the dog.
You currently have 2 points of vim and vigor, right?
Yes.
2 injuries on you. So you need to draw the top 2 cards of your deck.
Okay.
And just hold them up to the screen. Yay. Awesome. No face cards. So you clear your vim and vigor out. There's nothing. There's no backlash or of any sort from you cleaning a dog. And I mean, you're cleaning Squidge. So there may be some awkwardness later.
Really?
But
I don't know. I was kind of thinking, Myrtleine, why hadn't we done this before?
Honestly, I am here for this. I'm going to clean you.
We're going
There
to
you
do
go.
that like twice a week, maybe. Yeah.
Dr. Pibb, while this is happening and the guards are looking, I mean, they are looking for Squidge and not seeing Squidge anymore. What are you doing?
I am going to do a classic she went that away, but I am going to fail.
Get your squid back.
And I'm going to get my squid back. So to the police officers, I go, guards, she went that way. Oh. How embarrassing.
So
I will
get
clean
your
his
squid back.
finger. I will clean his finger.
You're cleaning Squidge.
Yeah, and his finger.
And
It's
his
in
finger.
the proximity.
It's in the proximity. Okay. So the guards stop. And they track your finger. Like, oh, he's going to show us. And then, oh, a wise guy, eh? So, Mr. Wise Guy, what do you know?
Very wise. Very smart.
I know a lot. A lot about science. Would you like to learn about science, guard?
Can this science of yours explain who put that disrespectful statue there and where the heck they went?
Why, science can do that and more, my friend. Science can make that statue disappear before your very eyes with the merest of large explosions.
So the other guard is like, "Oh, boss, we got to see this. We got to see this. I mean, it's science." Cubby, are you going to try and convince them to let you blow up the statue?
I'd say I've already half convinced them.
Worked so hard on that. That's okay. I like explosions.
All right. I would say you've already half convinced them too. Lowest possible card. Your Weedle is only rank 1, so you get 1 card for your Weedle. But this absolutely falls under mad science, so you get a 2nd card. Let's see if you can beat a single ace with 2 cards.
Boom!
Yay!
There was a chance,
All right.
you know. There was a chance.
Oh,
There was a chance.
The way this has been going, there was a very good chance. I half expected to see a king when I looked down.
Honestly,
Yeah, 2 face cards would not done it. Yeah. So, the first guard thinks about it. I mean, that would get rid of that statue, which solves problem number 1. And the second guard's like, with science, it solves it with science. All right, science guy. What you got?
Oh, the gloves! He's put the gloves on! Stand back! He's scared of science!
Well, I would like to use my incredible mad science abilities to figure out if there's any way to, using the material components of the statue as it is, cause some kind of chain reaction.
Okay.
And the chicken.
That's a figure test. With a bonus for mad science. You got to beat 2 cards because you're about to blow up a statue by chain reaction, so that's dangerous. You got to beat a 5.
What if I matched that 5?
Ooh, you
Yep.
come in second. Yeah, you beat him.
So we look at the next card, which is an ace. You match that. Oh, you beat that with a 4. Yep.
I beat that with a 4.
Yep. You're gonna make the statue go boom. Do you want to
Oh,
describe what
excellent.
happens here?
I didn't even have to use my reserve dynamite.
You did some sort of funky chain reaction with metal and chicken poop, and probably some dog suds.
Well, I do notice that when Squidge made the statue, she did use a lot of raw sodium and feasible uranium.
Oh, yeah.
So I can use the chicken offal to that's easy enough to make an explosive out of, and that sets off a small nuclear reaction. So there's a beautiful little mushroom cloud.
And you're given a 500-foot roll of primer cord.
Ooh. You know what? Considering the amount of sodium and feasible materials, I think I'm going to use that so that we don't have to be too close to the statue when it goes.
There you go. There you go.
While the fuzz is watching this go down, I would like to pee on one of their legs.
Nice.
And to think,
Okay.
they called me angry at the academy.
Yeah.
Sir, it wasn't angry they called you, sir.
They called me.
Switch.
They recommended counseling.
Well, they did say you were mad and you needed therapy.
Yes.
Well,
It's kind of the same thing. Yeah, basically the same thing. Yeah.
Squidge, is there an immediate effect you are hoping for with peeing on them? Are you wanting to distract them, or you want to?
No, I just had to go, and I'm
Defiant.
wearing a dog costume, and F those guys. So yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm not looking for anything to happen. I just wanted to do it.
Okay. And do you want them to realize that you did it, or are you trying to do it surreptitiously?
Yeah. No, I don't. No, not trying to get their attention or anything. I just wanted to do it.
All right, you did it. You peed on the guard's leg in your
I feel
dog
better
costume.
now.
Yeah. I mean, you all might be able to use that later. That one of the guards is peed on, but there's no real test there. So you do it.
Okay.
You look like a dog. You pee on his leg as he's watching the explosion, and Dr. Pibb is uncoiling the rope, the primer cord, and gesturing for everybody to step back.
I make sure
Borderline?
the path is very clean. I clean the cord as he's unrolling it. I can't wait to clean this thing up when it blows up. That's my favorite part. If only Bigor was here to see this.
Yep.
Wait.
Only.
And the statue goes boom. The smoke, there's a mushroom cloud. There's a mushroom cloud. The buildings shake. There's going to be a crater left. And standing in that crater, when the smoke eventually clears, is Bigor.
Hello.
Okay, just had to do that real quick. Sorry, go on. Bigor!
So the guards seem impressed. You have dealt with. Bigor takes a bow. You have dealt with the complaint of the statue. So
I start writing
Yeah.
them the bill. I handle the bookkeeping. Hand them the bill for the
and the
unsightly statue disposal, the explosion fee. There's a couple of other safety, considerations that we did. But you find that it's very reasonable. You could just go ahead and we do accept any sort of payment. Cheese is a currency we do accept. Thank you.
Cheese, clink, Bitcoin, whatever.
Myrtleine, are you actually trying to convince him to take this bill?
Yeah,
That's a Weedle test.
that is. Hey, I got a Weedle. Awesome. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh my gosh! Oh, those
He
aces
takes
are
the bill.
timely.
Stuffs it in his pocket, wags his finger, and says, I'm going to let you off with a warning. Don't let me catch you doing Science boss? Don't do any more science? No, that's not it.
Yeah, you
And
can
he
pry
turns-
my science from my cold dead hands.
Well, he turns and he walks away.
I'm gonna let you
he's
off with
been
a
defeated.
warning that the payment is due on completion of the science. I tried.
You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggly-dum-da-doo-da-terrio-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before? Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
the world has got its demons, there are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be
But
afraid.
every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggly-dum-de-doo-da-terrio-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before? Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Hey! All right, that was our intermission. Yes, I'm sorry. That was a very sudden intermission. Thank you, August Dragon, for making it funny. Like I said at the beginning, I am a little frazzled and flustered tonight. We have a wildly successful Kickstarter that has exactly 23 hours and 52 minutes left on it. We are sitting at $14,130. Woo! We needed 8,000 to make the book, so we got 374 awesome people who have tossed money to get a copy of Goblonia, get a copy of the book, and unlike the cast who seemed to think that the book was magically going to be delivered by storks tonight, that's not what's happening. We have raised the money to actually be able to print the book. And at this point, actually hiring 4 more authors to write some scenarios on it. So the book is not being delivered by Stork tonight or Egrets. That's not happening. You're going to get it in the spring. But the Kickstarter ends tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So check it out. There's a link that'll pop up here in a minute. That's tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Yes. Thank you, Cubby. And even if you don't back the game, because folks, I'm not begging for money. I got to figure out what I'm doing with all 14,000. $130 of this. More art, cooler book, more writers on it. You can actually download the Quick and Dirty edition absolutely for free from the Kickstarter. That is going to go away tomorrow night when the Kickstarter ends, because we got to bring it up to date with whatever the final book is. So if you want to be playing the game in the break, if you want to check out what we're doing, follow along, see the rules of this game, Goblonia, go to the Kickstarter, back it if you want the physical book. If you're not ready for it, download the free Quick and Dirty book. See what's going on. That part's free. All right, here's our cast back with us, fresh from peeing on everything.
It's not the first time I peed on a cop without him knowing.
Yeah. So.
And it won't be the last.
Yes. All right. The slow and clean version doesn't exist. So that's not free. Quick and Dirty version is essentially going to be the player's guide for this book. It gives you the rules. It shows you how to make a character, and it includes a very basic overview of the world of Goblonia, and gives you a starting mission to play through and run. So it will eventually be what is the player's guide, so that if the GM, we call it the Weaver, has the book, not everybody at the table has to own a copy. You can get this from the internet and play the game. We call it Quick and Dirty because nobody's edited it. There's possibly some errors, and it is going to change before the final release. We continue to playtest this game, not with this group. This group just breaks stuff on purpose. All right, we continue to playtest the game with professional playtesters. These are professional entertainers. Two very different jobs up until we go to prep. So stuff will get tweaked. All right. I love it. All right. Denied
We
entry
recognize
to the Jedi
that
Council.
Smidge is here, but we do not grant her the rank of playtester.
Right.
Not fair.
Because she's a dog.
It's not
All
the
right.
first time I've done Anakin's cosplay.
Okay. So I believe I
Anakin
promised.
Skywalker.
Help me, good puppy. You're my only hope.
I once dressed as Piratic and Skywalker.
Oh.
Okay. That little homunculi blows up.
Success!
I'm gonna throw off the dog costume and run to wherever that happened.
Okay. Oh, I can't even see. All right.
And also you, Ryan Tommy. Also with you.
Chuck and her dog cut. You guys are killing killing everyone. Honestly.
I am reading the comments inside my brain. I cannot say them out loud, or this show will be lost. It's already teetering on the edge as it is right now. You are
An
all
explosion.
awesome.
Let's go.
Thank you. There's an explosion. And it's not in front of the Face Factory. It is in front of the florist, aka the plant merchant. You were so close, Cubby. So close. You just went in totally the wrong direction.
This isn't the first time my genius has been too much for even my brilliant comprehension.
It's how we
Yes.
play BLC.
It's the game is supposed to be fun. If you break your GM and everybody's having a good time, that's a good game. All right. Yes, so in front of the florist shop, high-end houseplant and flowers merchant, Phineas Flout is leaning out the window in a dressing gown, waving his hand and saying, I forgot what Phineas Flout sounds like. Pompous, jerky. Yeah. Oh yes, hello. I'm Phineas. That's me. Phineas Flout right here. Holy. And the thing blows up. All right, what are y'all doing?
Can we go to where the explosions are?
Yeah. You see it.
I do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. It's just across this little square that you're in the corner of the Grand Market.
We go.
Like if this were a strip mall, one of those U-shaped strip malls, it's just across the parking lot, essentially. There's no cars in Goblonia, so there's no parking lot. It's just an open square. And yes, you go.
Squidge?
I would like to, when we get to him, I will spend a squib to give him a mesmerizing gift.
Of?
Ooh.
It's just a little, like, origami crane.
One of those things that you do this?
Yeah.
A cookie
Yeah.
cutter?
It's the little fortune teller, little origami fortune teller.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
So, absolutely, you can certainly do that. Phineas Flout is on the second story, leaning out of the window above the shop. Was waving, and now he's in shock because this thing exploded. Phineas Flout knows you all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, how are you getting it to him or in his hand? Are you just chucking it up at him? Are you scaling the wall to present it to him? Like
What I'm doing is going back to last week and wishing that I had the homunculi delivered to him. But that ship has exploded. So
that didn't happen.
As ships often do.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm 100% on board with this plan and this idea. You just got to get it.
I gotta
to
get
him.
it to him first. Okay.
My devoted minion is unknown. My second place devoted minion.
The hand.
The perk of devoted minion is both unknown to Flout and an incredible pickpocket.
Yes. Squidge has been given magic beans.
Where's my
You better
Which-
write that down. You better write that down.
Which probably means you're gonna have magic gas. Just
I
tossing
already
that out
do.
there.
It's gonna be that much better.
That's what's been. It just all clicked. Yeah,
yes. All right.
that's what's been going on here. Woo.
So magical beans and Dr. Pibb. I just checked Squidge's ability. This is totally doable. You're going
Alec,
to
that
have
was exactly
your.
my first thought. Sorry.
You're gonna have your sentient prehensile ashes in a glove. Try and slip this thing in his pocket.
Yes.
Okay. Your hand is going to have to test to
Excuse
scale
me,
the
Dr. Pip,
wall.
Mr. Dr. Pip, real quick, if I may. If you put it in his pocket, he may not know that it's there until way after when we need him to know that it's there. If you have your hand, perhaps, I know you were thinking of this, definitely thinking of this, hating this. I know that you were thinking he would probably just hand deliver it, as a gift.
Oh, he does have to actually use it. He can't just have it on
Correct.
him. Yeah.
Correct.
That is, by picking his pocket, I mean metaphorically,
Of course. Of
by
course.
scaling the wall and presenting it to him on the windowsill.
See, look, I knew you. You've got style. You do.
Those things are irresistible. Like, you've got to find out what your fortune is, you know?
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm having
Right.
a real hard time not checking.
So, let me present a scenario here. Phineas Flout hates you all.
Uh-huh.
Hates
I mean-
strong word.
Yeah. You chained him to a troll in a bar to make sure that he couldn't stay the night in a mausoleum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
After-
hot date.
After you agreed to work for him for a wallet of cheese.
Yeah, and then we betrayed him and destroyed him
Yeah, goblet stuff.
systematically.
Right.
It's Goblin Town.
Has he ever seen these prehensile ashes do anything? Okay. All right. Then I'm not going to draw 2 cards. I'm
Yeah,
not
we
going
should
to make
stay out
it
of sight.
inherently more dangerous to this hand. Because if he had seen this hand do something before and this hand starts climbing up the wall after him, he's going to try and beat the crap out of it. But chained to a very nice female troll that worked in the world's oldest profession.
She consented.
Absolutely.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was
For a
there
nominal
was
fee.
cheese that changed hands. It was an above board business arrangement.
Above cheese board.
Above cheese board.
Like a
Yes.
charcuterie.
It was a whole charcuterie. All right. So single card. Your ash hand has 2 ranks and in finagle. And this does fall under its profession, sort of. So 3 cards to beat a single 5. Unless anyone wants to make that more dangerous.
Why are you going to entice
Almost.
him? Why are you going to entice him to do that?
Because I already
So-
know what the next card is.
Well, here's the thing. I don't. Let me show everyone what I've got, because I drew the 2,
Oh,
and then I drew my 3rd card.
Oh,
woo. Well,
So I do succeed, but
you do. And you would have beaten what my next card was going to be. You do succeed. Mr. Dr. Pibb, I'm not going to tell you how to play your character, but if you've got a squib to draw another card and get rid of that king, now would be the time to do it.
I did. I got a squib by putting my finger up my nose.
Yeah. Yep.
I do. I do exactly that.
Take the
God.
hit.
That's another one.
Take the hit. It's way better than the
It's
king.
still better. It's still
Oh.
better.
And someone just gave you a whoops, not that one.
You can
So
get one more.
card's been drawn. You spent the quib. You got a jack. You can toss that jack and draw one more card. It's a
Bam!
king. I'm gonna laugh.
Nope. It's a
It's a 3. Pair of 5s beats a single 5. I mean, pair of 8s beats a single 5. So there you go. Hand ash thing climbs up the window and presents Phineas Flout with this handcrafted fortune-telling device.
Also good for catching cooties.
Also good for catching cooties.
Inoculating.
Yeah. And exactly like you said, he cannot resist. Like, you can't resist doing that. So he's like, "Oh, a peace offering, is it? Very well, I will consider." And he looks down at it and starts to open it up and does the thing. Squidge, he is yours to command.
That's what it says on the inside, by the way, is got ya.
You are mine
Gotcha.
to command. Can I use my large Chatterlin keys to unlock the
I'm
door?
sorry. I misread that. He is not yours to command because he's not a background or minor NPC. You do have a +2 bonus against him to convince him to do anything.
But is he distracted
Didn't
right
realize
now?
how powerful he was.
Yeah.
Seems
Okay.
this Flout has a lot of clout.
Yeah, Fallout has a little bit of clout. So he is definitely enchanted.
Distracted?
It's like instead of the controlling his mind spell, you have made him friendly to you
Okay.
and influenceable. Influenceable? Easily influenced.
Yeah, I want to invite him to the opera.
Okay. That's absolutely. I'm not even going to make you test. Just the fact that yes. He's like, "Oh, so it's not only the gift, you're inviting me to an opera as well."
Yeah, got your tickets and everything. Good seat. You get a real good view of the performance.
Yes. Do I have a +1?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Right? We could do that, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
yeah.
He
I
turns
know
and he looks
some of the
over his
people
shoulder
involved.
and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. A +2."
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Really? Really?
He's one of those guys. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Plus two? Pushing it.
And August stole my thunder. The troll leans her head out the window and says, "Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
That's why
Says-
you need a +2.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna allow
Yeah.
it.
yep." So
Hello.
yeah, he's like, the troll's like, "I can't do a female troll voice. I've never been able to do a female troll voice."
I
Matt,
believe in you.
do a female
can do
troll
it.
voice.
No. I want to hear Robert do it.
Yeah, do it.
I don't have it. I don't have it
Do
tonight
it.
for sure.
Do it. Do it.
I want to vote for Robert.
Trolls are dumb and rocky, but then when you take that to a female body part,
I'm hearing
actually, female trolls can be butch and deep.
Yep.
And
I'm hearing it.
yeah. All right.
He's in
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, lover, we're gonna go see an opera. I never done that before.
What a babe.
I gotta have something to wear.
Yeah.
It's just like Pretty Woman.
I don't hate
Yeah.
him as much anymore.
And actually, I learned how to do the troll voice from Ick the Troll King. That was that single instance of meeting Ick the Troll King at the Georgia Renaissance Festival years and years and years ago. There you go. That's what I got out of it. It was the Georgia Renaissance Festival. Of course the troll sounds southern. All right. So, yeah. Phineas Flout is coming to the opera. That's a thing that's going to happen. You've Got him
No,
going.
think of the same thing, ale cake.
He's got his troll girlfriend coming with you.
Can I make a dress for her?
Absolutely. We got half an hour left in the stream.
I'm gonna.
Wait. Does that count as scheming?
It would.
Oh, what? No, it's a test. It's a test. I'm just gonna make a dress for her.
What if we just
So we
shopping
won't
instead?
close the window on this scene. It doesn't count as scheming. You've got to use something that you have right now then to make that dress.
100%. I've
Okay.
got
The
this
dog
spider
costume.
and a dog costume.
costume.
I've got a needle, a thread, spider. I can take. I'm gonna sound a music this shit. I'm gonna pull down the curtains. We're gonna. Oh, she is
All right.
gonna look amazing.
As
Yep.
God as her witness, she will never be dressless again.
Please tell
Correct.
me she's still
Okay.
got the curtain rod in there and everything.
Map, this is a tinker test.
Yeah, it is. Do I have Tinker?
Is it inherently dangerous? Nah. There's that other 5.
Fashion is always dangerous.
I've got to say, Cubby, though,
Doing it
if
right.
you had beat my pair of 5s with that pair of 8s, it would have felt so much more impressive. But there's that 5. Got to beat a single 5.
That's it.
Is that it?
Do I get it? Oh, as a grunt, do I get another card?
No.
Because I'm helping
What's your
someone?
tinker?
If she uses the dog costume, no, because it wasn't a fail.
But I get 2 Cinderella mice that help me out.
No, that's okay. All right. What? That was a thing?
Just now.
All right. Cinderella mice give you a bonus card. That's the best I can do. Is it a joker? All right.
Yes.
So those Cinderella mice, working with you, they make a gorgeous shower
Well,
curtain.
see, here, let me tell you how this is going to go down. Let me tell you what's
Okay.
happening.
All right,
go
go
in
for
there. Okay, let's just clean you up. Gonna clean you up. Okay, little makeover. And then I pick up one of the Cinderella mice and I make an earring out of it for her. Pick up the other.
Oh, like you can do with lizards, where
yeah,
you
make,
and they'll
make
hang
right
on?
on the ear. Oh my gosh, she looks amazing.
Yep.
And then I will sew the rest of her costume.
All right. While you're doing that, that's your action.
Oh yeah.
It's a very long action.
I'm
What are the
super into
3 of you all doing?
it. She looks
How close is it to showtime?
not even.
At this point, 8 hours.
Oh, plenty of time. I'm not worried at all.
You're worried.
Yeah.
If everybody else just wants to stand around and watch this happen, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm not
It
gonna
happens.
not watch this happen.
If anyone has anything to contribute to it, they are welcome to do that.
Also, if I need to, okay, no, yeah, I like this. This is a good one.
I will point out that this is a opportune moment. You have Phineas Flout's troll girlfriend, who is basically a
Exactly.
captive audience. And because of that, you have access to Phineas Flout. So if anybody wants to screw with him, now is a perfect opportunity to do that. If you needed to slip incriminating evidence in his pockets, if you needed to, I don't know.
Fill his pockets with cheese. I don't know.
I'm just
I
throwing
would
it
like-
out there.
I would like to talk him out of wearing a belt right now so that I can pants him at the right moment later this evening.
Okay, so you're going to try and help Phineas with his outfit to match. And
Yeah.
belts are totally not in style today.
That's so passe. Nobody wears belts, especially not to the opera. My God.
Right.
Wow.
This is a Weedle test. If you
I
are
don't
trying
have
to
anything in
convince
Weedle.
that's okay. You still get to test.
Okay.
I mean,
How do you?
you can choose to simply fail first and take a squib.
No, I
Otherwise-
really want to pants him later.
Okay, you're going to draw 2 cards, and you're going to use the worst of them.
This is a terrible
All right.
idea, but I'm doing it. Sorry, guys.
Yep. You got to beat a 9.
Just too worth it. It's just too worth it. Does this beat a 9?
No. What's your other card? Yep, the jack's the worst. Something happens that causes damage here.
As I got a whoops.
You got a whoops.
Okay, does that mean I
You
draw?
can discard that jack.
Okay, so the 4 still stands.
Yep.
That's not
Really?
how it's gonna work.
That's
Okay.
not how it works?
She has to use the
Nope.
worst of the 2 cards.
You got to use the
Oh.
worst. So it's
Right,
the
which is
4.
The 4.
Yeah. Okay.
But there was
But
no
that means you
chance
don't
of-
take damage.
Oh, right. Yes. Thank you, Tommy.
You don't take damage. All right. So, yeah, exactly.
Accurate.
You do not convince him not to wear his belt. He's like, no, this is my favorite belt, and I'm not going to take fashion advice from someone that looks like you and smells like a dog.
That's a fair point. I guess,
Yeah,
yeah, belt it is. That's fine.
Kind of siding with Flout on this one. And no offense, Squidge, but
What are you doing though, Dr. Pibb?
I would like to slip one of the letters I forged from Pepper
Yep.
into his pants pocket, so that if he is searched later, the one, but I'll still have some of my forgeries to turn in later.
Yep. Okay. Are you
think-
doing it? Or are you taking advantage of your pickpocketing hand?
I'm going to take advantage of my pickpocketing pile of ashes that cosplays as a hand in memory of its friend,
Yes.
which it may have eaten. It's difficult to say what exactly happened, but they were very close.
All right. A 10 and a 3. You've got 3 cards.
Oof.
Oh, because it's a pickpocket.
Yes.
So, I drew a 10 and a 6.
And
Wow. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
well,
Yes.
you get to slip the incriminating evidence. You do that. I mean, you won the test. You slip incriminating evidence into his jacket. Where's that king? I know it's on here somewhere. All right. That is the 5th king.
Oh, wait.
On
Somebody,
board.
I think somebody gave Pib a whoops.
Whoops.
Oh,
Pib.
they did. They might save you.
Yes. What I mean to say is cool, man. It's cool. It's very exciting.
Nobody wants to see what happens.
You're
when we get to
really
that
riding the edge here.
I know. I'm very aware of that.
Yeah, you slip incriminating evidence into his pocket, and surprisingly, nothing explodes, no one dies, and there is no knock on the downstairs door of this plant shop, nursery thing.
Who owns
Face,
this?
if you would.
It's
Oh.
the face factory.
The
Or-
plant face.
The plant
Some
face.
faces have plants.
Factory.
I mean, some plants have faces.
Bigor, everyone
Hmm.
else has taken an action. Would you like to take an action?
Yes, I assume since he's getting dressed up for the opera, he has some sort of dinner jacket or suit jacket
That now has incriminating evidence in it.
in the one pocket. But in the other pocket, I would like to put a bologna and cheese sandwich, which I always have with me. In the hopes that either I can use it later for some purpose, or more likely he'll forget about it until the next time he has to go to the opera, and it will be a very
Puts on
stinky bologna and cheese.
Puts on his opera jacket. Yeah, no, and then sticks his hand. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I'm playing the
So-
long game.
I thought you were just BSing here and hoping that I would not check your inventory list, your 5 things that you wrote down at the beginning of the mission. A sandwich, bologna and mustard on rye.
Mhm.
It's right there.
Mhm.
This is
And
a
now it's
finagle
in the
test,
pocket. Oh, right. Yes. Forgot about that one.
so you do have to test.
I do. I believe I have. Would you mind telling me what I have in finagle? Because I'm. The internet is down for my whole neighborhood, and I'm running with the hotspot on my phone.
Oh, wonderful. That's dedication. You have 2 in finagle.
Excellent.
You do have an extreme visage that could add a card. If you use that,
I
you have to be
will.
a single 10.
I will use my tentacles to deposit said sandwich. So I'm pulling 3, correct?
3 cards.
But you drew a 10. That's hard to beat. But I am drawing 3 cards.
Do you need a squib?
To have me draw an extra card?
No, do
No,
you
you
need a
could,
squib?
you could just
That's-
fail.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
do
I'm
have to
thinking. That's exactly, yes. That's what
If
I'm.
you fail, you get the squib.
I think I'm going to fail.
You're going to choose to fail.
I,
All right. So,
10 is too scary.
yes, but you actually failed the plan. You've chosen to plan. You didn't abort the plan.
Mm-mm.
You have chosen to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are attempting to shove a sandwich in his pocket.
With my tentacle.
Right. As if it were like a handkerchief.
Mm-hmm.
And
And as I attempt to slip the bologna sandwich into the pocket, Flout sees me and says, "What are you doing?" And I say, "I'm sorry. I thought it was a handkerchief," and I eat the sandwich.
okay. All right.
Nice cover.
Yes.
Although, you
And,
can all of those for when he gets hungry later.
Right. He doesn't have it.
But
When
then,
he gets
then it
hungry
wouldn't
later.
be a failure.
But he does say, I don't recall saying you could avail yourselves of the snack bar.
Oh no, I brought it with me. You can check my inventory list if you don't believe me.
Okay. You all get the troll that doesn't have a name. We need a name for this
Can
beautiful
we get a
troll
squib?
lady.
No, wait, that's weird scouts.
That's not this game, Bab. You do not get squibs for naming trollish prostitutes that
Sex
are
workers.
Sex workers.
okay. I'm sorry,
Trollina.
troll.
Julia Trollberts.
I mean, Bertha's nice.
Oh, Bertha's very nice. I like the name
Aw.
Bertha.
Yep. We're gonna give it to BLC Blondie since he has made everything harder
Eh,
tonight. It's
eh.
we're gonna use them both. This is Betty Bertha.
Ooh.
Betty Bertha is the name of the troll. lady.
That's cute. It's hyphenated, right, Betty Bertha?
Yeah. It's hyphenated. Yes. Like you do with female names when you're from Georgia. Yeah.
As many trolls are.
As many trolls are.
Nope, just the one head there, August Dragon.
I say we fast forward to the opera.
I think
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I'm trying to get on board on that.
I'm on the O train.
We're just very easily
All right.
distractible.
Thank you, BLC Blondie. Okay, and the curtain falls on the shop. Actually, the literal curtain, because Myrtleline took the curtains off the wall, made a dress with the curtain rod sticking out of it. The sandwich did not make it into the pocket. The incriminating evidence did, and Phineas Flout is still wearing a belt. And with 15 minutes left in tonight's stream, the curtain rises on the opera.
It is a dark stage. Suddenly, a single spotlight lights up on the diva, me, and she begins. Very nice, Ida. Tonight, my friends, I will tell you the hideous tale of the most evil goblin in all the land. Not just evil, he was also very boring. And with that, a line of animals begins to approach the diva. What sort of animals are there, Myrtleline?
There's the cockroach.
What else? Yes.
There is the unicorn.
Yes.
There's the ass butt. There's a raccoon. There's we got a little this is a little chipmunk does a little sex dance. And then let's see, we got a hare.
Just a regular rabbit.
Yep, just a regular. And then there's the cephalopod.
All the animals of the earth line up and surround the diva, and all of them begin to sing together. Flout, 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 flout.
And also there's a tennis ball.
Suddenly, a tennis ball enters.
As an owl.
Goblonia! Once there was a man named Phineas Flout, the worst, most boringest goblin in all of history. Until one day he found a pack of magic beans. The magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Beans, the magical fruit.
All right, Bigor.
And it goes on like this
test.
for quite a while, as most
Yeah.
audiences do.
We did a test. How in the hell are you all keeping Phineas Flout on the stage?
Oh no, he's in the audience.
How in the hell are you keeping the audience in the audience?
Oh,
Well, it's not intermission.
Not just him.
Yeah,
the rest
you
of
can't
this
them
is the
just
greatest
leave
opera
an
ever
opera.
written.
We
On
locked the
Earth.
doors, man.
People love it. It's great.
Yeah, it's a really good opera. And
Also-
if you get up and leave, you look like a weird loser if you get up in the middle of it.
You look very uncultured.
Mhm.
Very
Everyone
uncool.
stares
All right.
at you and
Nope.
points.
I'm going to give that to you because Phineas Flout does, in fact, try to stand up and leave. So what are you all doing?
Is
Clearing
there
our
any way
Oh.
that I can still have the opportunity to tie his shoelaces together.
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
So are you gonna just like sneak through the audience
Well,
and tie
There
the
is
shoelaces
a
together?
part in the show, much like Cats, where the audience members come down into the cast members come down into the audience and interact. So at this point, Squid might be able to get in there and tie some shoelaces together.
And I'm also gonna slip the whoopee cushion into his seat as he. If I could do, I don't know if that's two things or not.
I'm gonna let you do it because you're not gonna be able to be sneaky with either of these things.
Okay.
So it's more like when you're showing him to his seat, like he stands up, right? And you hurry over there and like, no, it's not intermission yet. Here, let me make the seat more comfortable. You put the whoopee cushion down. You still have that mesmerizing gift in effect.
Oh, right.
So you're going to get 2 cards on this.
Yeah, actually, I'd probably be sitting next to him because I invited him to the theater. I invited him to the opera. So
And his really hot date.
probably sitting
All right.
next to him, yeah.
So you have to beat a 6 to keep him in the audience watching this opera.
And what am I using?
A finagle or wheedle, which you have nothing in.
Yeah. But do
But
I
you
get
do
one
get
for the
those
mesmerizing gift at least?
Yeah, you do get those 2 for mesmerizing gift.
I could argue
really?
you're using brute force by just physically moving him into his seat.
Yes, you're also welcome to use bash, which you have nothing in.
All right, let's see what these are.
A 9 will do it. All right.
Okay,
So you managed to keep Phineas Flout in his seat for intermission.
does that
or-
include tying his shoelaces together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I
because
wanted-
it's one of those, here, let me make you more comfortable. Oh, you can take your shoes off at the opera. You take his shoes, tie the laces together, and you're like, oh, wait. No, you can't take your shoes off at the opera. That's something totally different.
At this moment,
So-
Robert would like to remind everyone that Goblonia is not cartoon game.
Right.
It's not a cartoon.
It's not. And that you absolutely should not take your shoes off at the opera.
Oh, yeah.
So at this point in the opera,
that's kind of a weird move.
Yeah, seriously.
while that's happening, the song that is playing is When Flout heard all the animals of the forest mocking him, Flout began to pout, then he began to shout, his heart was full of doubt, he needed some clout, he also had some gout, and so he mounted a troll. That's what's happening.
Oh
Wow.
man, you crossed the line. You crossed the line with that. I just
Art is about revealing truth.
she is a lovely date.
Oh, it's nothing against her.
She's beautiful, troll. She looks
She is.
amazing tonight.
She is. It's a shame
At-
Flout
at-
spoke of her so irreverently.
Yes.
No.
At that lull, after that chorus is done, and the other opera singers on the stage, of which there are none.
No.
So this is the
Just-
point where
That's
they
what it means
be
to
like
be a
going,
diva. You're the only one on stage and the only singer.
yeah. So there's just this moment of awkward silence in which the whoopee cushion goes off. And was there something special about this whoopee cushion?
It also
Mhm.
makes a very, very strong, terrible fart smell. That's the only
Yeah.
magic it does. That's
Okay.
it.
All right. So there's this horrible fart smell after this very loud, disruptive farting noise emanating from the best seats in the house, which are Phineas and Betty Bertha, The troll.
And I'm just like pointing, like I don't know how to point with the camera being backwards. I'm pointing at him. Like if anybody's
Yes.
looking, I'm like, it was that guy.
Is
Oh,
there a second act?
Oh,
This
I
opera?
did want to say though, while the opera is going on, Dr. Pibb is going to go to Titania's gift thing where we left all of that cheese and fire the ray that turns cheese into a monster. Now
Yes.
that there's a paper trail.
Okay.
And, casually mention where Flout currently is, just watching an opera. Maybe hand over
Absolutely.
some papers, incriminating papers.
Love
But
it.
I'm sorry, the second act. I didn't mean to interrupt. I really want to know what happens
No,
in the
that's-
second act.
That's important. So you are sneaking out during the opera.
Oh, I never went to the opera.
Oh.
I went off and did this. Well,
Okay.
I mean, they're keeping
At
Flout
the-
busy. This sounds like great teamwork.
Right. Absolutely. At the Merchants Guild, you do this.
Yes.
Where all the gifts are. You turn them into cheese monsters.
Yes.
Okay. How big are these cheese monsters?
Well, that's the thing. It's the mass of the cheese that's there,
Right.
and it consumes whatever cheese is around it.
Sure. So, like,
Well, it
This
starts
size?
off that size.
or like this size.
Well, I would say whatever the mass of all of the cheese that was in that building is, plus,
One big monster made out of all the cheese.
yeah, it all the cheese turns into one monster, and it consumes cheese, and it gets larger. And I,
Gotcha.
I have it right here. A vial of instant cheese, which I guess I could just drop it onto the building.
Yes.
The Merchant Guild building just it turns into a giant cheese. But honestly, I don't. This is all silly aside business. I really want to know what happens in the second act.
Okay.
Well, after Flout is kicked out of town for speaking badly about his troll friend, he seeks solace from a wise plant. See, now at this point in the opera, the story seems to sort of fizzle, almost as if the writer and Diva were running out of ideas. And so suddenly, without warning, she shouts, "Finale!" And at that point, everyone begins to sing all together.
Beans,
Finale.
beans,
How bad it is.
Finale.
He's the worst.
Flout was a bad.
And at that point, after I have muted the entire opera, the roof of the opera house is ripped off by this giant cheese monster who bellows a single word, float.
The end.
Reaches in, picks up Phineas Flout, and stomps out of Goblonia, breaking a hole in the wall as it goes
Oh, that's
Heading
probably
out.
not good. That's
into
oh.
the swamps beyond Goblonia.
A roaring success.
I
We
mean,
did it!
Ooh, it's gonna
Yeah.
become that fancy
Bravo.
smoked cheese.
yes.
Round of applause.
Tommy, save me. Who is taking us out tonight?
Oh, I didn't vote yet. Hold on. Let's
Tonight we are closing out with operatic stylings of Bigor.
Igor.
All right.
Encore!
Thank you all for joining us tonight on Nat 21 Adventures, Wednesday Night Goblonia. Check out the Kickstarter if you haven't done it. We are, it doesn't matter. We're up there, $14,170. Thank you all. You are awesome. Thank you for hanging out tonight. The reviews will be fantastic.
That was the best opera I've ever been to.
Honestly,
And
it was
Yeah.
brilliant.
it's not even over
You all
yet.
rock. Bigor is going to wrap us up, tell us about the reviews of the opera, what happens in the paper the next day, who knows, and then we're going to roll the credits. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Yes, the papers are filled with headlines such as Cheese Monster Destroys Opera House and Where is Flout and Why Cheese? And down in a tiny little corner in the bottom of the art section is a small review written by Anonymous that says the opera The Terrible Tale of Phineas Flout was a rousing success. Everyone at the end of the show was yelling and screaming, jumping up out of their seats with excitement. It is sure to be revived once again. Tune in next week for more information. Flout, 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 flout.